Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about Arrow episode 414, titled Code of Silence, which premiered Wednesday, February 17th, 2016 on the CW. And guys, what an episode. You had your laughs, you had your surprising moments, but let's get right into it. Another reminder quickly though, I haven't read any of the comics, so every thought, opinion, observation is all based on what I see on the screen. So with that said, 10-minute clock and let's get started. So something new that we learned in this episode. So basically, a lot of the things focus around the mayoral debate that Oliver's supposed to have with Ruve Adams, aka Damien Darhk's wife. So this event is basically where he officially meets Ruve Adams and vice versa. And Oliver's making all these little inside jokes and references to the fact that he knows that Ruve Adams is actually Damien Darhk's wife. Although she doesn't know that he is the Green Arrow. So at times at times I thought Oliver was like overdoing it. It's like, if you keep this up, she's gonna find out. So like, you gotta tone it down, buddy. You gotta tone it down. But anyways, in the end, Oliver wins the mayoral debate. However, Damien Darhk's little group tries to stop the mayoral debate, and they try to kill Oliver in the process. And that is through the demolition team that Darhk and Hive have hired to do. So they were trying to blow up the location for the debate. Team Arrow averted that, and they tried to kill Captain Lance by demolishing an old hotel that they dispatched him to, but him and Laurel managed to get out. And so Hive is not really all that pleased, but we did find out from Hive though that their plan involves 5 stages. They're currently in the 4th, but apparently the 5th stage is with them taking control of the city. And apparently it's not just Damien Darhk and his little group of people. It seems like it kind of reminded me of the Undertaking and how there's many different people from all around the world for some reason that wanted to take part of this. I'm guessing it's the Genesis plan. I haven't heard the name in a while, but yeah. So we got a bit more of that. We got a bit of their high-tech headquarters from the looks of it, but I'm definitely getting a whole Undertaking vibe again. And Malcolm Merlyn is there too now, so that's troubling. Another thing that we learned in this episode is the fact that Thea uncovers the secret that Oliver has a son in William. And she does that because part of the campaign was trying to make sure there was nothing from Oliver's past that could be used against him in the debate. She found the check that Moira had written to Samantha years before that was never cashed, and she wanted to look into it. She did, let her to William. And so Oliver actually has someone to talk to about William in his situation where he can't tell anybody, because then he won't be able to have any access to learning about who his son is. So there's that. We also have the Olicity engagement party happening. We see the preparations for it, basically all in the hands of Donna Smoke. And then we see at the very end, after Oliver's victory in the debate was announced. So it was definitely great to have them all come together. And some great things were discovered, some relationships were on the mend, as it were. And speaking of relationships, we see Captain Lance and Donna Smoke actually, how they are with each other, as well as their ups and downs. Him trying to protect her, therefore resulting in her breaking up because she doesn't want a guy who's lying to her. And then going back to them making up when he tells her that he was involved with Hive, same people who injured Felicity, just so that he could protect Laurel. So now they're back together, but it was great to see a glimpse of what their relationship was instead of just like off the side from a distance type thing. And from the flashbacks, we see Oliver on the mend. Well, he's well enough that he can kill Conklin, but he only discovers that killing him won't matter. Ryder plans on killing everybody after he gets what he wants from Oliver. So there's that. So what is the most shocking moment of the episode? It has to be the very end. Damien Darhk introduces his daughter to William. That's Oliver's son. And he says that William's mom asked for Damien Darhk to watch out for her son. And it's like, that freaks me out. It's like, how did he find William so fast? And like, how did... it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. So top favorite moments of the episode. First one has to be Curtis Holt's engagement gift to Felicity, and that is these implant biostimulants. They're kind of looking like microchips, but they're meant to be implanted implanted near Felicity's spine, and it's supposed to help her walk again. And I absolutely love that moment. The fact that Curtis put so much thought into this gift for Felicity so that she would not only be able to walk down the aisle on her wedding day, but to allow her to walk again because of their that power source that they created for Palmer Tech. Because of that discovery, he was able to create these implants for Felicity to use. And you can see how shocked and amazed she was to receive such a gift. You can see the same thing on Oliver's face and how he's truly thankful that Curtis is giving his fiance this opportunity. It's just, I absolutely love it. Hands down, for sure. There is probably no way you could top that gift at all, whatsoever. Okay, so next favorite moment has to be Oliver and Felicity's reactions to all the stuff going into the engagement party, courtesy of Donna. We see it when they come home to the apartment to find it all decorated and all poofed up, and their expressions are just like, oh my god, what did we just walk into? And it's like they're holding on to each other tight. It's like, I'm here, we're gonna get through this. And it's like they're walking into a dangerous situation when it's really just a really, really decorated, florally apartment. And it was just funny how their expressions were. And then the whole engagement invitations, when Felicity gave it to Oliver asking for his opinion, and he first says it's very pink, the card, and then he gets an explosion of glitter in his face when he opens up, and he keeps a straight face. Felicity's like, I'm so sorry, I should have warned you, type thing. And he's just like, it needs a less glitter, type thing. I just love the whole thing, the way it was handled. It made me laugh, for sure. It was just like one of those little key funny moments that it sticks with you because it's just so funny and it's lighthearted, and I loved it. Okay, so next favorite moment has to be the mother-daughter moments between Felicity and Donna, especially on their views on Olicity itself, because through Donna we not only get her take on the Oliver and Felicity relationship, because from her, she doesn't know their double life that they're living. She doesn't know about the vigilante stuff. So for her, she sees their relationship a certain way, a very beautiful progression, if you will. And I felt like the way she was explaining to Felicity what her love with Oliver is like, it's kind of like the relationship people are rooting for. I felt like Donna was kind of like the spokesperson of like every Olicity viewer. It's like, yes, that's how we view our ship. That is exactly, like, you couldn't have said it better. And the fact that, and then you also get the doubt that Donna has for finding a love that Felicity has found with Oliver. And then you get Felicity comforting her mother in the fact that Lance could be that love for her. And this is when she had broken up with him. So it was great to see that that comfort, great to see the support and everything. I really like it. It's definitely they've come a long way, for sure. And bonus for that scene, Felicity was wearing a Star Labs sweater. I just love little things like that show that they still connected to the spin-off and stuff like that. I really like those. So it's a good bonus. Top 3 peeved moments. First one has to be that at the party, after Felicity gets those implant stimulant things, I was left to believe that Felicity was going to put the implants in, and then she would return to the party on her feet, surprising her mom and everyone there in this episode, because she made it sound like she was going to go off, get that done, and then walk right in, and we'd actually see it on screen. Since it didn't happen, that kind of irritates me, because I want to see that reaction. I want to see everyone's faces when they see Felicity on her feet again. I don't want to imagine how it could go, because I'm going to think of some fluff version. I want to see what actually happens. I want to see the canon version of it. So it kind of irritates me that I was set up for a possible scene, and I didn't get it. Maybe we'll get it later on, but I don't know. That's just me. So next page moment has to be Laurel's massive head wound. Okay, so during the last fight with the demolition team, Laurel, she gets grazed by the nail gun, and specifically, you know this because she has a lot of blood on her head, and you can see that she's kind of worried. The thing I don't like, though, is that you never see any reference to that wound again. When she's done fighting, you barely see the blood on her face, or I don't remember seeing blood on her face after the fight. And there's the timer. And then afterwards, after the fight, you don't see any reference to Laurel getting stitched up. You don't hear anything about Laurel, like, taking a break, or any reference to that head wound, or at least I don't remember it. But it kind of, if it wasn't mentioned, that's kind of what irritates me, because it's something so massive like that, it should be mentioned. Same thing with Thea. Thea seemed to be completely back on her feet in this episode, when just last week she was on the brink of death because of the bloodlust taking all the life force out of her. I don't believe there's any reference to the fact that she was just on her deathbed the previous week or the previous episode. There's not even like, oh, how are you feeling today? I was like, oh, I'm better than I would have thought. It was just little stuff like that. It's just, otherwise I'm thinking they just like totally disregard what had happened previously. It's just, I always hate that stuff for sure. So next peeve moment is the flashback relevance. I still don't see how it's relating to the present day. Like I said before, whatever's happening in the present is always referencing back to what's happening in the flashbacks. The only relevance I see is the concept of magic, and unless whatever writer is trying to find in the flashback is something that Damien Dark actually possesses in the present day, as if it's writers finding an object and then maybe Damien Dark has it, maybe that's how the two are connected. But otherwise, I don't really see a connection. It's really bothering me that I don't see a clear connection right now, because at this point in the season, I should be able to see what the reference is between, or what the connection is between the flashback and the present day. The characters don't have to know about the connection yet, but as a viewer, I should be able to see, or I should be able to know what all the different aspects, or what the different connections were. Like I said, I'm always going to reference back to season 2. By 209, we knew that Slade from the flashbacks was Oliver's present day enemy. And then by 215, the team knew that Slade had returned. So it's like, I don't know. It irritates me that I have no way of figuring out how the flashbacks relate to the present day, aside from the magic concept. The only way it showed any connection was the Constantine episode, and that was it. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's just me and I'm missing something, or unless I'm not picking up on something to show that the flashbacks are connected to the present day in other ways, but, yeah. So what will I remember most about this episode? It's probably the engagement party, just the whole atmosphere of it, how it was like upbeat and happy, especially the gift that Felicity got from Curtis. I'm definitely going to remember that one for sure. So random questions though. Like always, who do you think the funeral is meant for in the future scenes? I'm thinking it's William, for sure, now that he's in the hands of Damien Dark. But then it could always be his mother, which leads me to my next question. If Damien Dark has William, then does that mean that Samantha Clayton is dead? Because I doubt that she would let some stranger take her son without putting up a fight. So either she's locked up somewhere or she is dead. So which is it? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Last question. If Thea was able to figure out that Oliver had a son, then why hasn't anyone else on the team figured it out? I mean, why hasn't even Felicity figured it out? I mean, with all her computer skills, wouldn't she have been able to, like, do all these background searches that Thea had to do for the campaign for Oliver and such like that? I don't get it. If there was a paper trail that led Oliver to William, that I don't see how no one else has figured it out yet. So, yeah, that's my question. So, predictions. Moving on to that. Based on the episode 415 promo, we see that Oliver learns that Damien Dark has William. We also see that Felicity learns about the existence of William. And we also see the introduction to Vixen. So apparently she's an old friend of Oliver's, but there's that. On an overall scale, the only thing I think of is that Felicity's going to try to walk, or she's going to try to work with the implants. There's also the preparations for the Olicity wedding as well. And maybe we'll learn more about the plans that Damien Dark has, especially with this whole 5-stage plan thing. I mean, why exactly do they have to control a city? Why do they need stage 5? And are there more stages after that? Kind of worried. So that's about it. So what did you guys think of the episode? Is it what you thought would happen? What surprised you? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to check my Tumblr page. I reblog promos, web clips, quotes, dialogue GIFs, regular GIFs, any of that. I reblog it, so check it out. Link for that's down below. And also synopses too, episode synopses. A few of them, I think 2 episodes in advance are posted right now, maybe? I don't know. But check it out for sure. And that's what it. So thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you guys come back next week to see what I have to say about the next episode. And until next time, this is Mel wishing you a great day, great week, wherever you are. Until next time. Bye for now.